We gather here today to celebrate the life of Angelica Violet. 1 year ago today, she was canceled for losing weight and deemed dead to many people in the fat acceptance community.
From now on, I am just going to treat every fat creator who has freshly turned into a weight loss influencer as if they've died.
Please bow your head as we pray. Universe, God, Sky Daddy, whoever is out there listening. Fuck, I haven't gone to church in like 15 years, I don't know what they say. Lord, we pray Angelica Violet is having a peaceful time in the afterworld as she is no longer suffering with earthly pains.
So like, as far as I'm concerned, she's dead now.
And having to deal with the struggles of the morons in the fat acceptance community. Amen. Today I'm filming this and it is June 25th. And it is the 1 year anniversary of when I posted my very controversial video stating that I would like to lose weight. So let me get my headphones and we can watch this very controversial video that started it all. Alright, here we have my TikTok that I don't go on ever. So when I posted this video, like literally the first day I posted this, it literally had like maybe 400 views. And I was like, okay, maybe like no one is interested in this type of content for me. No big deal. Let's read my caption here. During the last year or so, I've been making small changes to improve my life. I have slowly started distancing myself from the fat acceptance movement, started exercising regularly, making healthier food choices, and drinking so much water. At the beginning of May, I started counting my calories and taking weight loss more seriously. Now I'm down to 231 pounds, and I still want to lose more. And then the little title on the screen right here says, what I eat in a day in a calorie deficit, leaving the fat acceptance community, and taking control of my life. I remember going on my first diet when I was in kindergarten because my doctor told me I was overweight. So from childhood up until I would say my early 20s, I was always on some sort of diet. And aw, look at Tui there. R.I.P. He's the one that's really dead, not me. My king. Hated how I looked. At about 18 years old, I had my first outbreak of an autoimmune disorder, and I gained a lot of weight from being on steroids, which led me to finding the body positivity community online. During the lockdown, I started learning a lot about fat acceptance, and I fell into that community. I ballooned up to 270 pounds, thinking that my genetics were what's making me fat. It made me feel so helpless and like I was trapped in this body. And Popping in really quick to say that I am the sponsor of this video. I own a business called Rebirth Jewelry where I sell crystal jewelry. This shorter necklace I'm wearing is the centering smoky quartz carabiner necklace, and then this longer one is the grounded smoky quartz toggle necklace. And then I also have on these little opal earrings that are from Rebirth Jewelry as well. If you're interested in these pieces or anything else from my website, you can use the code DEAD for 30% off. I'll have this code active until the end of July, so if you guys are interested, please head over to my website, but I'll also leave a link to everything down below. Let's get back to the video. This again made me feel like I had no control over my body and what it looked like. It made me feel resentful towards anyone that was in a smaller body. After being involved in the fat acceptance movements for a couple of years, I started getting recommended anti-fat acceptance videos on YouTube and started watching them. I had a come to Jesus moment. It made me realize that, yeah, I was fat because of what I was eating and that I wasn't moving. My genetics was not an excuse for being my size. While that does seem kind of mean and a little harsh, it made me realize that I do have control over what I look like and how I feel about myself. Which is why at 27, I have decided to learn what a healthy lifestyle is and lose weight. For some reason right now, it feels different than any diet that I've been on. I'm not stressed out and I'm not judging myself. I'm just making small changes in hopes to live the best life that I can. And I hope that you know that you can do the same thing too. Keep that in mind. This is the video that everything that we'll be reacting to is about. Alright. Remember, when I posted this video, it literally had like 400 views. And it wasn't until enemy of the channel, S, made this video that it blew up. And I can't be logged into my accounts because S blocked me. Shout out to S. And low-key, it seems like S is not really posting that much on social media. Oh my god, I was so fucking scared they deleted this video because I couldn't find it there for a second. S posts this June 26th, so the day after. R.I.P. Angelica. We are about liberation and accessibility. And you've gone and told on yourself. Gravestone emoji, hashtag fat liberation, hashtag fat positive, hashtag fat acceptance, hashtag BOPO, hashtag body positive. Let's watch this video S made about me. We do not claim any of this negative energy here. Hold on, let me get my smoky quartz out. Let me cleanse the screen. Get this negative vibes out.
From now on, I am just going to treat every fat creator who has freshly turned into a weight loss influencer as if they've died.
I'm going to treat former fat influencers who decided to lose weight as if they've died. That is what this person, I just don't even know what to say. And I'm pretty sure S is non-binary, so we are bitches on this channel, but we are not bigots. So let's please use the proper pronouns. So I'm literally deemed as dead because I've decided to lose weight. What does that have to do with anyone else besides myself? Literally nothing.
Yesterday, I had to block a mutual who had posted a video
Me?
that I at first thought was satire.
They thought this video was satire. Shows what mental state you're in.
Like, they were talking about their journey from body positivity into fat acceptance as like a delusion that they were holding, that they do in fact have
I don't think I sounded like I had a fucking delusion. I sounded like I was literally just sharing my journey. I'm gonna need to give myself a fucking exorcism after this. Because my eyes are just gonna be rolling in the back of my head this whole fucking video.
full control over their body and their fatness, and it's their responsibility to lose weight. And
Oh my god, it's almost like I put the food in my mouth and I chew it and then I swallow it. So I fucking ate too much. That's why I got to 272 pounds and 0.8 ounces. Isn't that the most controversial thing you've ever heard in your entire motherfucking life? Me too.
everyone else should lose weight too.
I didn't say that. I said, and you can do it too. If you want to lose weight, you can do it too. Because guess what? We have control over our lives. Even though we weren't asked to be put on this planet Earth, we can have some responsibility for why our life has turned out the way it is. I know that's such a groundbreaking idea for most people that claim to be completely helpless and hopeless.
So like, as far as I'm concerned, she's dead now. I don't care what anyone does with their body. It's when people start
I don't care what anyone else does with their body, but you're just contradicting yourself. Because you quite frankly literally do fucking care what other people do with their body. Because you're triggered.
dictating to others, especially fat people, what they should be doing with their bodies. That I
didn't say anything else about any other fucking fat person in my video. You know, when I just left the fat acceptance community, I was very, I tried to still be an ally. I didn't want to stir up too much controversy. But now, a year later, my opinions have gotten more polarizing. I think all fat people should lose weight the same way that I think that no one should litter or no one should abuse animals or other human beings. It's just like a general wish of society, because I do genuinely want the best for everyone, but for some reason that just makes me an asshole. And I don't go around telling people, oh, you need to lose weight. I don't comment on someone's fat outfit of the day. Oh, you're fucking fat, lard, you're gonna die. I keep those thoughts to myself. And maybe sometimes on this YouTube channel. But I don't go spamming and harassing innocent people on the internet. If you're going to post about fat acceptance or being super morbidly obese, then I'm going to make commentary on it. And I have the freedom to do that. Whether some people on the internet don't believe in freedom of speech and copyright strike people's videos unjustifiably. But if you're going to talk about being a fat bitch, then I'm going to talk about you being a fat bitch. Sorry, not sorry.
draw the line. And it's a reminder again about why, unless it's fat liberation, it doesn't mean shit.
Unless it's fat liberation, it doesn't mean shit. What an amazing political advocate here. They are doing wonders for this world, because as if fat people are not liberated at all. As if fat people have laws that cause discrimination or don't allow them to marry people that they love, or, there's so many laws that don't allow fat people to buy a house in a certain neighborhood, or fat people aren't allowed to get bank accounts or credit cards without the permission or co-signing of a man, or as if fat people don't have the right to vote. Oh wait, there's never literally been one fucking law that causes any sort of discrimination against fat people. Fat people have the same rights as underweight people, as average healthy weight people. The only thing holding fat people back is their weight in themselves. Okay, let me scooch this over so we can read the comments. I'll never understand why they can't just lose weight and leave it at that. They all become so gross and fat phobic. No, most people just fucking come to their senses. A former big bitch here, and I hate this shit. It's literally worse than when a bitch gets all religious and starts pushing their god on everyone. Are you talking about the fat acceptance creator or people losing weight? Because it seems like the fucking fat acceptance people are the ones that can't handle someone having a differing opinion than them. I think a lot of people have misunderstood the body positive movement, even the people in it. It's not about I love my body. It's I'm not apologizing to anyone for my body existing. If you can't lose weight without making it everyone else's problem, you were never on our side. I didn't make losing weight anyone else's problem because guess what? It's my own fucking problem because I'm the only person that puts food in my mouth, chews and swallows. Girl, they'll get fat again in a year. It's comical at this point. Actually, no, I just literally just keep getting skinnier, and I bet that makes you so mad. Guys, I went to the doctor yesterday with shorts, with a shirt, a bra, underwear, and a sports bra on. And I drank water that morning, too. I had to do fasting laps. Guys, with all my clothes on and the water I drink, I was 201 flat. If I didn't drink water and I was butt-ass naked in that doctor's office, I would be under 200 pounds. Period, bitch. I bet that makes you so mad. I'm close to Wonderlands. And here this bitch is sitting in hell, reminiscing in her own toxic, paranoid thoughts. Can't relate. Pinkies up. Low-key, these little freaking Demi Lovato gloves are eating. I think I have them on upside down, but who cares? And it's also 95 degrees outside. And this is what I'm wearing. This happens every time a new weight loss miracle comes out. Can't wait to see what a horrible long side effects come out with this one. Okay, bitter. Okay, what's that? What does Gucci Mane say in that one song?
Sour apple bitter bitches, I'm not fucking with them.
In the words of Gucci Mane, these sour apple bitter bitches, I'm not fucking with them. Gucci Mane gets it. Do you guys get it? Do we have to pull out the rap and diss these haters? So I think we need to. And it's like, what? You're wishing that people have long-term side effects from a medication. Evil. I wish I had holy water. I just have Red Bull. Splash, splash. Repent. Demon, get out of these people. I need to exercise this fat acceptance out of people because that is so wicked. Like, who in their right damn mind says those things? I was literally shocked to my core. I thought that was a joke. This video was a joke. Me talking about how I've been a fat fucking lard who can't eat food properly and has struggled with my confidence and self-esteem issues my entire life. That's a joke to you? You have a very awful sense of humor. Oh, period. Here we go off right here. Well, you ignore fat acceptance creators who have actually died. LOL. Okay. Also, you're literally dictating what people should do with their body. The call is coming from inside the house. And you must have missed the part where I explicitly said people can do whatever they want with their own body. Listening comprehension. Yeah, it's like you say one fucking thing and then you meet another. So many people in the fat acceptance community are like, I don't care what anyone else does with their body. And then they flip the fuck out on the World Wide Web because someone lost weight because they no longer want to be pre-diabetic and bedbound. See, you have poor listening comprehension skills, but you also probably have some sort of neurological disorder where you, like when you take an information, you have to funnel it and filter it through your own toxic behaviors that it like spits out a different result. So then you can soothe yourself and be upset about something that has literally nothing to do for you. All right, so let's go watch my response video. Okay, so for me to literally get access to this video, someone that I was mutuals with who like kind of wasn't in the fat acceptance sphere messaged me and was like, hey, did you know that S made a video about you? And I was like, S? Who the fuck is S? Like, I'm very much better at like seeing faces than remembering names. So I was like, who the fuck is S? Their little name right here says S. Or right here, it says S. I was like, who is S? And they're like, they made a vid about you, and I gave her my cell phone number, then she ended up texting me this video. And when I tell you I was shaking in my boots when this video first came out, it's literally hilarious, because now I'm like It makes me fucking laugh my ass off. This is gonna be so, I feel like this video is gonna be so annoying because it's literally me just telling the same story 75 times. So my caption says that this is exactly why I left the fat acceptance community, hateful and unhinged behavior. They are also putting words in my mouth that I didn't say. I don't care what other people do with their body as long as they're not hurting others. I think anyone of every size should do whatever they want because I don't care what other people do with their body. Lose weight, gain weight, stay the same, all power to you. I guess I kind of hold that energy still because I quite frankly literally don't have the time and energy to care about what every single fat person does with their body, or I guess anyone does with their body. But I think that we should all try to be healthy, take care of ourselves. Let's watch this video that's literally me just saying the same things I've already said 400 times in this video.
I'm just going to treat every fat creator who has freshly turned into a weight loss influencer as if they've died. Yesterday, I had to block a mutual who had posted a video that I at first thought was satire. Like,
okay, but is the purple hair eating? I kind of miss it, but I don't at the same time.
They were talking about their journey from body positivity into fat acceptance as like a delusion that they were holding.
Thank you for being so respectful when talking about my journey. When I talked about my... Not me wearing the 𝒹𝒾𝓃𝓾𝓆 combo. I was asking for this. I was asking for a tower moment for my life to flip upside down. But I needed this fucking change, to be honest. This video, this situation put my life on a whole different trajectory. Journey in my video, I was very authentic and literally very vulnerable. But in case you... my voice is quivering. I was so fucking upset when I made this video. Before I made this video, I literally called my best friend crying. And of course, like, so many of my friends, actually, I think all of them weren't in the body positive fat acceptance sphere. So, like, trying to explain this to them was, like, it was just so fucking ridiculous. Because I'm just, like, people are just, like, all of my friends that aren't in the fat acceptance sphere were, like, well, I guess it's all of them. They were, like, why the fuck does it matter? Like, they couldn't comprehend, like, why everyone was so upset. If you didn't see that video, I will sum it up, maybe even elaborate, because I don't know why she's thinking it was so negative. Oh, and I was using the wrong pronouns at the time, because S had me blocked, so, I didn't know their pronouns. I'll correct myself there. In my video, I mentioned that I went on my first diet when I was in kindergarten, because I was told I was overweight by my doctor. And then, flash forward to about 18 years old, I had an outbreak of my autoimmune disorder. It was my first one. And my autoimmune disorder is called HSP vasculitis. Look it up. It's pretty rare. All of the blood vessels in I tried to show my pictures of my legs when I had the HSP vasculitis on TikTok, but it literally, like, got banned before it could even post because the pictures were so graphic. If you're a fucking health nerd or a sicko, I'll leave a Google Drive with some pictures if you want to see Angelica undead instead of Angelica unfiltered. Bottom half of my legs, the calves, literally exploded, and I had open wounds all the way down from my knees to my feet. I still have scars on my legs to this day. I couldn't even show pictures of it on TikTok because it honestly looks like something that came out of a horror movie. And when that was happening, the doctors could not figure out what was wrong with me for a very long time, so I was on steroids and opioids until everything calmed down. And during that time, I gained a lot of weight. I had stretch marks. I felt literally disgusting because my skin was rotting off of me. And during that time, I learned about the body positivity movement. And during that time, I found a lot of comfort and love in the idea of knowing that I have value no matter what I look like, even if I could not love myself in that moment. And I continued being in that body positivity for quite a long time until I found the fat liberation movement, which a lot of us did on TikTok during the lockdown. And again, I found a lot of comfort and safety in that community for years. I never thought it was like some weird psychosis or delusion. It was reality. But as the years went on, I started to realize I didn't really like this community and how they treated other people. And I don't like how this person is treating me or talking about my story.
It's like a delusion.
That's the thing. It's like when people in the fat acceptance sphere like disagree with someone or like they see someone is losing weight, like they just become so fucking unhinged. And, you know, if they actually do want to be some sort of like advocate or, you know, like spread the message of fat acceptance. It's like, you need to be making allies and like being nice to people, because you are just creating so many enemies and pushing people away because how they talk and how they address certain situations is just so off-putting. It's like, it doesn't invite people in and want to make them join their cause. But they just are huge, giant, humongous, you know, I know you guys love that word. I'm gonna make some merch that says humongous. I love that you guys are starting to say it more too. But it's just like, you're a huge bitch. Like, no one wants to join your cause because they see how you treat people that leave it. It's giving cult. It's not giving activism.
That they were holding, that they do in fact have full control over their body and their fatness, and it's their responsibility to lose weight, and everyone else should lose weight too.
See, the thing is, when you are in the fat acceptance movement, they say things like, your genetic makeup is responsible for why you are fat, or fat people can't control that they are fat, and like diets don't work, and intake outtake isn't real. So when you are involved in these movements, you start to think, I'm so helpless over what I look like in my health. What my body looks like is already determined. And in reality, it's not. My genetics didn't make me fat. Me, during the lockdown, not moving, not going outside, not seeing any friends, eating boxes of pasta by myself, only drinking Diet Dr. Pepper is why I was fat. Now, I just want to clarify, I know Diet Dr. Pepper has 0 calories and 0 sugar, but to start your day off with a Diet Dr. Pepper is just so heinous. I feel like it just, every single time I'd have one, it just would literally set me up for failure. Like, we need to start the day with water or coffee, something like very neutral. Because in my personal opinion, whenever I have a Diet Dr. Pepper in the morning, it's just my sweet tooth gets humongous and I cannot satiate it. Never in that video did I say, well, it's my responsibility to lose the fatness. I came to the conclusion that my life is in my control, whether that is my career, my appearance, how much I weigh, my friends, what I'm doing. So guess what? I wanted to work on my health, especially my mental health, because at that time I literally wanted to unalive myself because of all the isolation during the lockdown. My mental health was... And you see, it's like when people in the fat acceptance community like us, you know, they make this video and they just take everything so out of context, because if you just saw S's video, you'd be like, holy fuck, like, what did this lady say that is so controversial and evil? But then when you sit down and actually listen to the stories of these people, you know, if you listen to my story, it sounds completely fucking reasonable. I didn't make a video, swear up and down, saying I hate fat people, all fat people should die, they should be fucking pushed off the edge of the planet. Like, no, it's literally like, I want to lose weight, and I've felt so fucking helpless in the fat acceptance community, but I've realized that my life is in my control. My weight is in my control. Of course, there are certain things in our life that we cannot control, like our family members, or what's going on around the globe, but there are so many things that we can control, and so many people in the fat acceptance community act completely helpless and hopeless. And I did for such a long time, and that's why I decided to start making YouTube videos, is because I never want anyone to feel as bad as I did when I was in the fat acceptance community. I want you guys to know that you can fucking make your life better. You are worthy of the change. While some days it might be hard, and you might be having a fucking war in your brain trying to stop yourself from overeating or ordering takeout or going through the drive-thru, or you know, finding the motivation to go on a walk or do crunches. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying it's worth it. And there are things that you can control. It's just one step at a time. And when you're in the fat acceptance community, they make you feel like a bird in a cage. So bad. So I started seeing a psychiatrist. I got prescribed the right medication. Then I was finally in a good enough mood to start taking my health seriously. So I cut out the Diet Dr. Pepper and I started drinking water. And then slowly I started eating more protein, which these changes literally took years for me to do. Yeah, so like when I was at my highest weight until then, so this is like, that's already like 2-ish years. It literally took me 2 years to start actually counting calories and exercising more and actually getting myself on a strict routine, because I recommend everyone that is trying to start doing weight loss, just take it literally like one step at a time. Implement one new habit, and once you feel stable with that, then you can try something new, because if you do everything at once, then you're deemed to fail. If you slowly start doing things, then it's sustainable. During all of those changes, I simultaneously lost weight. I wasn't doing it on purpose until a couple months ago. I decided to take my weight loss a little bit more seriously. In my video, you can go back and watch it, it's still up and still getting tons of hate comments. Nowhere in that fucking video do I say every fat person should take responsibility and lose weight. The whole girl is getting a little spicy here, she threw out the F-bomb video was about me and my experience. Not one time did I make a generalization about fat people. Not one time did I degrade them or say anything mean or harass anyone. I literally talked about my journey. You know, it took a lot of courage to post that video because I knew exactly this would happen. When you talk about leaving communities, instead of being like, okay, bye, it was nice having you, they want to start bullying you. And what does that say about a community that just bullies everyone that leaves? I'm more of a libertarian than any of these fat liberation activists because I don't give a flying fuck about what anyone does with their body as long as they're not harming other people. You could go starve yourself. You could go eat 3 boxes of pizza. I don't care because it's not my life. I want everyone to have the best life that they can, but that's out of my control.
To lose weight, and everyone else should lose weight too. So like, as far as I'm concerned, she's dead now. I don't care what anyone does with their body. It's when people start dictating to others, especially fat people, what they should be doing with their bodies that I draw the line.
Again, nowhere in my fucking video did I say every fat person should lose weight. Everyone should do this. I ended the video with a very inspiring message, and all I said was, and you can do this too. You can do it if you want. I'm not saying you should. I'm not holding this up to your head telling you to do this. Because guess what? We're all adults here, and we can all do whatever we want, which includes me. Hence, adults. We're all fucking adults here. I see my demographics. Most of us, not all of us. Most of us are grown women. Most of the people in my age demographic are 25 to 35. We are grown-ups here.
It's a reminder again about why, unless it's fat liberation, it doesn't mean shit.
And once again, I will say it. I do not care what you do with your body. I don't care about what you look like. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're skinny. I don't care if you're mid-sized. You, me, and everyone else can do whatever the flying fuck they want. Of course, this person blocked me, so I couldn't see this video on my own. One of my mutuals just sent it to me. And I assume that's probably where... That's fucking wussy-ass behavior. If you're gonna make a video about someone, then let them fucking see it. Where all of the hate comments came from yesterday. So I posted that video. I posted my original video, had like 400 views. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then I came back to it like the next day and I was like, okay, why the fuck did it just get a bunch of hate comments and views out of nowhere? And then, you know, I put 2 and 2 together. All right, so let's read these comments. A lot of these communities only exist online. In the real world, being bigger is not healthy nor socially acceptable most of the time. I rushed to the hospital after my mama called saying my brother was being intubated. He was 39 and 450 plus pounds. And by the time I got there, he was gone. I cry daily. Do whatever you need to stay alive and healthy. I think it can be nuanced. I'm a big girl. I can believe I look good and love myself as I am and try to lose weight because my knees are hurting and I'm too young to be in this much pain. Health conditions and genetics may contribute, yeah, but this community made me believe I couldn't do anything about it. So why bother trying? 54 pounds down and couldn't be happier out of that mindset. My life is in my control. Yes, mind over matter. Your life is yours. And that's such an important mentality to nurture and strengthen. I was delulu and thought it was genetics. Like, babe, no, I was eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, 160 pounds down. One thing I've noticed that gets left out of the self-love conversation is taking care of yourself. Sometimes loving yourself looks like discipline. You deserve to enjoy your life. Queen, I found safety in body positivity when I gained a ton of weight due to depression. I took my life back and yes, lost it, but learned to take care of myself. They just hate to see you do better. Losing weight takes a lot of discipline and dedication, which is something they lack. Your motivation story makes them feel like a failure, and this is why they lash out. This is the same rhetoric that goes on in addict spaces. When I was in active addiction, we also blocked, ignored, tuned out those who got clean. Sadly, a lot of people in that community don't want to accept that you can work on loving yourself in each stage while making active steps to be healthy and lose weight. It seems like that person is projecting a lot of their feelings onto you. Clearly, the fat acceptance isn't working for them if hearing you talk about your health and weight loss makes them upset. Sometimes weight loss is essential for health. As I've gained weight, my lab values turn to shit. I've chosen to lose weight for my own health. You're doing the right thing. So at first this video got a lot of hate, but then because it got so big and it like picked up in the algorithm, normal people on the internet started to see it. And then I started to get some support. And while I was looking at S's page, it seemed like they had like a response. I've never seen this video. This was posted June 28th, so the day after I made it. So S is replying to a comment that said, "Did you see the videos made in response to this talking about how they feel you grossly mistreated their stories and have twisted them to feel your own anger and motive?"
I did see the video. A friend shared it with me yesterday, so
Of course, you couldn't see it by your own self because you fucking blocked me. Because you're weak. If you're gonna stand on your fucking soapbox and tell someone they're a piece of shit because they decided to lose weight, say it with your full chest. Let them see that video. But you can't handle feedback that you don't agree with.
I think it's fair for me to assume that she will end up seeing this, which is totally fine. My video
A year later. Yeah, sorry. A year later.
was meant to be just a snarky joke to an in-group.
That was... Please! That was supposed to be a snarky joke. Yeah, that's what everyone else says. That's what people always say. "Oh, I was just fucking joking around. Why'd you take that so seriously?" You've been caught. Liar, 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 pants on fire.
Clearly, it made its way to an out-group that is less familiar with the context that we're sitting.
Oh my god. This was a joke for an in-group, and the out-group found it. You guys just don't get it. You're not smart and charismatic and sarcastic like I am. Me looking like that one... I look like that picture of Debbie Ryan. I'm in mourning. Let me wear my funeral attire.
Right now, just totally fine. That is what happens on social media. My level of snark, while I made the video and joke in response directly to seeing Angelica's video, which I was really shocked.
Is Snark in the room with us? I don't see Snark. There was nothing in that fucking video that was Snark. If it's not fat liberation, then it's not liberation at all. Really? Where's the sarcasm in that? Because if anything, if you're being sarcastic, then it should be like me saying it.
I'm surprised by. The level of snark is not just directed at her. It's directed at a trend we're seeing. What is happening?
It wasn't all directed at me? Then why did you say I was dead? I'm a bit confused. Because I don't say that people are dead to me when they disagree with me. It's not really a joke, I say. And quite frankly, I know I'm a lot more funnier than you, because I don't think I've ever seen one comment in your TikTok saying that you're hilarious when I quite frankly get several in all of my YouTube videos.
Now is that as meds like Ozempic and Wegovy are being increasingly prescribed for weight loss, we're also seeing creators on social media who had built their platforms, who in some cases built fully their careers off of their association with movements like body positivity, body neutrality, fat acceptance, choosing to sort of like actively malign or distance themselves from those movements.
Oh, sorry. Just falling asleep because I'm just so fucking sick of hearing that argument. If you sit back and give it 3 fucking seconds of thought, I think it makes complete sense that people that started social media with, like body positivity or fat acceptance as their theme or their niche, I think it makes so much fucking sense that once medications or weight loss tools come out to help people lose weight, that those same people would take those tools and better their lives. Because if you're in the fat acceptance movement, mostly fat acceptance, some people in body positive, I know some people equate the two. I think that they're very different. I think it makes so much fucking sense that, because if you are in fat acceptance, whether you like it or not, whether you acknowledge it or not, you have problems with eating. You know, some people just overeat, some people are emotional eaters, some people have, you know, the full spectrum of eating disorders, EDs. But when you struggle with those things, you usually are overweight and you struggle with food and a healthy relationship with yourself. So, you know, someone that's fat and has low self-esteem and is sick of being fat and having low self-esteem, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. If they have access to weight loss medications or other tools that can help them lose weight, I think it makes complete fucking sense that those people that started in the fat acceptance community would use the tools to lose weight and then make their platform about that. Because you can't still be in the same mindset of fat acceptance, loving yourself, believing in the bullshit, you know, your genetics make you fat, 95% of diets fail. You can't make a career, you can't maintain a career out of that, but then also contradict yourself and lose weight. Because once you lose weight and, you know, the fog clears out of your mind and you start to debunk the fat acceptance movement, there is no way that you can live a double life. It is so inauthentic and unaligning with your true self. I don't understand why it's so hard to grasp. Fat person with low self-esteem joins fat acceptance community and makes a TikTok account. Same fat person decides to take responsibility for their life, seek help, and lose weight. I think that makes perfect sense. It's not like fucking dog rescue takes Ozempic and starts a new platform. Like, that would be like very jarring and very different from what their niche was. But like, it's like almost like stepping stones. Like, yeah, it makes sense. If you join the fat acceptance movement, you're going to be in the fat acceptance movement and get unhealthier, or you are going to leave the fat acceptance movement and get healthier. You either leave a cult or stay in a cult. There's only two options.
As they are losing weight. Again, I want to reemphasize that it's totally okay for people to lose weight, gain weight. People can do whatever feels right and affirming for their own body.
Yeah, you know, I just want to say, people can do whatever they want with their body. Your words and actions contradict themselves. If you did not give a flying fuck if I lost weight, then why did you make that video? Because quite frankly, when I don't care about things, I don't talk about them. Meghan Trainor lost weight, but I didn't make a fucking video about it because I don't give a fuck about Meghan Trainor. Besides the fact that she's best friends with Lou Taylor, and Lou Taylor ruined Britney Spears' life. The Weeknd lost weight, but I didn't talk about it because I don't really care about him. Like, the only things I talk about are things that actually matter to me. When you're in the fat acceptance movement, it's okay to like stay the same weight or continuously gain weight, but for some reason it's bad to lose weight. Why is it so fucking jolly to keep gaining weight? It's almost praise to keep gaining weight in the fat acceptance community.
And I think something that's super telling, not just about Angelica's response video to me, but like to so many of these creators who folks have tried to kind of call in, is that there's space for people who are wanting to lose weight within all of those movements.
Literally, there is not. Literally, there is not. You cannot be in fat acceptance and lose weight. Like, I don't know if they're just being dumb or if they're just lying, but it's like, you literally cannot lose weight in the fat acceptance movement without being shunned. And that's, you can literally see the response to my video. Oh, I don't care if people do what I don't care what people do I don't care if people do what they want. I can't even fucking talk anymore. I don't care if people do with their body. They can do whatever they want. But let me make this fucking video about it. No, you cannot be in fat acceptance and lose weight. You can maybe lose a little bit of weight, but if people start to realize that and comment that, or if you even just say that you're losing weight, out, kicked out, blocked, deleted, you're dead. You're literally dead.
In particular, fat liberation, is that every person, regardless of their body size, their ability, having disabilities, having chronic health issues, are deserving of their essential human rights of access to spaces.
Did I say that? Did I say that fat people don't deserve mobility aids? Did I say fat people should burn in hell for eternity? Did I say fat people should have the right to vote revoked from them? No. You know, I love the statistics. 77% of Americans are overweight, 44% of them being obese. But when you start to get into the bigger numbers, I think it's like 7% are super morbidly obese, and then like it starts to dwindle down, like the bigger the number you get, and it's like, we do not need to make plane seats that are 20 feet wide for the one person that needs a seat that big. Because quite frankly, if you need that large of a plane seat, you are not leaving your house. How do I know that? Because everyone on 600-pound life is fucking bedbound. And almost no 600-pound person is getting on a plane unless they are going to see that doctor in Texas on 600-pound life. But most of them are driving in a fucking U-Haul truck, sitting in the bed.
To material goods that they shouldn't be discriminated against for their body size or ability.
Are there laws that prohibit fat people for doing anything? Because, I mean, I don't know every law, but I'm pretty sure there isn't anything in place that prohibits them from voting, going to the same bathroom as people, getting a debit or credit card. Nope, can't think of one.
And that movement means that there is space for everyone. Thin people, people who want to lose weight, it's a politic. And it's
politics. Oh, okay. That's where I got it wrong. Okay, let's see what these fat politics are. I'm sat. Let's be taught.
The rights that we're all deserving of. So when Angelica said that she is choosing to leave these movements because she's losing weight.
Because I'm leaving these movements because I'm losing weight? Oh, I bet she's going to call me a fucking bigot.
Shows that she had no idea what the movements were really about.
Okay. So I'm uneducated. That's what it is. I didn't even know what these movements were about. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was so fucking stupid. Let's Google. What is the Fat Liberation Movement? The Fat Liberation Movement, also known as the Fat Acceptance Movement, is a social justice movement focused on ending discrimination and stigma against people in larger bodies. Where are fat people discriminated against? Plane seats? It's not the plane seat's fault that they're too fucking fat to sit in an average size seat. Addressing the health-related miscomplications, the movement challenges the assumption that fatness is inherently unhealthy, emphasizing that health is not solely determined by weight and that fat people can be healthy and active. Incorrect. If you are obese, you have a disease called obesity. And obesity is an extreme risk factor for a lot of different disorders and diseases. Not only that, having an extreme amount of adipose tissue is extremely hormonal, which fucks with your mental health. Being fat also makes you inflamed, which can mess with the gray matter in your brain, as well as lots of other parts of your body and organs. Oh, then we have fucking NAFA, the National Association of Advanced Fat Acceptance. This was made so a thin, white, heterosexual guy could be a chubby chaser and feel less ashamed in public of having a big fat wife. Fat liberation is focusing on systematic change in challenging societal structures that perpetuate weight stigma. What changes in the government or what policies or laws need to be changed? What societal structures need to be changed? Science? Science doesn't need to be changed because science is fact. Just because you don't fucking believe that it's unhealthy to be fat doesn't mean it's wrong.
With them because she was at a personally low point in her life and needed some extra self-esteem. So in some ways, both of her videos shows that she treated those movements in an extractive sort of way. And I do.
Oh, I was only in fat liberation and body positivity for myself. So self-absorbed. And bitch, why are you in fucking fat acceptance? So you can sit on your high horse and convince yourself it's okay to be obese? That's why you're in fat acceptance. Are you lobbying to your local Congress people to make sure that there are some certain laws that get in place to protect fat people? And I'm pretty sure S has a job in some relation to government or politics, I think. Or I think maybe they worked with like domestic violence victims, like something almost like aligning to politics in some sort of way. Graphically Alex always talks about how fat acceptance isn't dead, it's just become more institutionalized, and this is the result of that. You have people like S that are a public servant that believe in fat acceptance, and that has some sort of influence on us as a society.
I'll say again that while I'm responding directly to Angelica, this is not unique to her. It is a trend that we're seeing online. I responded because it's the first time that I saw a mutual engaging in this behavior, and so was particularly disappointed.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke. I thought you were making a joke. Weren't you making a joke in response? But now you're disappointed in me. Oh. Well, I don't really value your opinion, so I don't really care that you're disappointed in me.
The video didn't make it seem like she was interested in having any kind of dialogue or conversation of like, hey, there's actually still space for you in fat liberation, even in...
There would not be space for me in fat liberation if I decided to lose weight. Even if I didn't say that I was leaving the fat acceptance community, they would have distanced themselves from me. And I'm not interested in having conversations with people like S because they are not based in reality. So every sort of conversation that we would have would not be productive at all.
These changes for...
And if you see skinny people in the fat acceptance movement, just know that they have ulterior motives. They are either a health at every size nutritionist or dietitian, or they are some sort of body positivity coach, or... I mean, I'm naive, so it's hard to believe these things actually happen, but some people preach body positivity and fat acceptance because they want fat people to stay fat, so then they just look better and skinnier.
Herself. And she just didn't seem interested in that because she prefaced the video with how she was leaving the movements. So A, she showed she didn't understand them. B...
Oh, I'm so ignorant. She just didn't understand them. What do I not fucking understand? Please tell me. Are there laws that you need to get helped passed? Are you a lawmaker trying to help fat people? What sort of societal changes do you need for fat people? Because quite frankly, 77% of Americans are overweight. I think they're quite literally catered to in the society. If anything, we're almost like not even allowed to discuss weight without being shamed. Because it's bad to tell the truth these days. You have to walk on eggshells. So then people don't make fucking videos about you.
She didn't have any interest in having a conversation.
I'm not interested in having a conversation with you.
In the videos, she engaged in actively harmful behavior to fat people.
What harmful behavior did I say? Oh, you can make healthier habits too. Because guess what? You're not a fucking baby. You're not laying in a crib, crying, waiting for someone to feed you a bottle, and shitting in a diaper. Everyone here is a grown adult, most of us women, who decide when we get up, what we eat, what we drink, if we're going to go to work on time, if we're going to exercise, if we're going to sit on the couch and rot. We make a lot of decisions in the day. We're not helpless. And quite frankly, not all of us are as hopeless as you.
And people with eating disorders.
Oh, okay. What did I do?
With some of the things she chose to present.
What did I present that was so harmful? Yeah, I don't advise people to count calories if that's something that they have struggled with in the past or if they aren't healed with their problems. But quite frankly, the only way that you can lose weight is being in a calorie deficit. And I'm one of those people that if I don't count calories, then I'll eat 3,000 calories. I need to be able to tell myself, this is when you stop. Because I can't guesstimate things because I'm always going to underguesstimate. Pack of M&Ms, 100 calories.
𝓌𝒾𝓃 video is the one that happened to get a little bit of traction on the app, but I know from seeing so many other response videos that I'm not the only person who feels the disappointment about Angelica in particular and just influencers in general right now.
I just want to say I've never been an influencer. I think maybe I've made, if we're just talking about strictly fat acceptance content, I've probably made like $400 off of fat acceptance content. Maybe. I'm being very generous there. The only thing I've ever gotten from making fat acceptance content is free clothes from Torrid maybe like twice and free makeup like 3 times. I've made more money off of my YouTube channel, the Angelica Unfiltered channel, than I have on being a fat acceptance influencer. Did you see how many followers I had on TikTok? I mean, I know it kind of seems like a lot to some people. I had 68,000 followers, but let's go through my videos. So in June 2024, that's when I started losing weight and I actually talked about it. But you can see from my videos, well, I guess you can't really see from this much. I'm going to scroll down. Let's see when my last fat acceptance video was. It's all makeup or clothing. Clothing, 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 clothes, outfits, hair, outfits, clothing, haul, makeup. Oh, don't judge how much I eat. Maybe this was probably the last one. Let's see. I think this may have been literally my last fat acceptance video. Isn't this local women's group? So I posted this video November 2022. And I was talking about how I was at a local women's business group and people were like, oh, don't judge me for how much food I put on my plate. Literally for 2 years, I did not speak about fat acceptance on my TikTok. Why are you shocked that I didn't want to be involved with your movement when I have been talking about clothes, makeup, random lifestyle stuff, and I have not talked about body positivity, fat acceptance since then? Like, I clearly slowly exited out of the fat acceptance movement, and you probably wouldn't have realized that I didn't want to be involved in the movement until I made that video, because I wasn't expressing it because I was scared that I would get shunned. Oh wait, here's this one. No, this one's October 2022. We scrolled down deeper. We've reacted to all these videos anyway. It's like, I have not been involved in the movement for literally 2 fucking years, but people don't care to discuss that. My TikTok is public. You can go watch all my old videos or watch these videos that I posted like more than a year ago. I have not wanted to be in this movement for a long time.
Now. And despite my joke about like these influencers being dead to me now, if any of them actually did want to have a conversation about like how...
Oh, I want to have a conversation, but you have me blocked, so I don't know how to contact you. Should I send it by pigeon mail?
They can be going about their own individual personal journeys and still be aligned with fat liberation. I'm more than happy to have that conversation. I'll say it to Angelica directly if she's watching this. If you want to have that conversation, I'm of course more than willing to. I don't wish her or anyone.
Okay, how should I contact you?
Yeah, so I guess that's what I have to say.
You said a whole lot of fucking nothing. That's what you said. And as this video has 6 comments, I've noticed that people that flip the script never mention the politics that continue to affect fat people. I'm always blowing smoke out of my fucking ass emoji. Can't believe y'all fatties don't want to get skinny, never. What? I'm doing this for me, and I'm still advocating for fat people getting denied medical service, passed up on opportunities, or tokenized. Okay, well, if fat people are declined medical services, it's probably literally for their greater good, because if you are super morbidly obese, it is extremely dangerous for you to go under anesthesia. Fat girl Flo, they are dating or they're married to a trans guy, and he literally got denied services because he's so fucking fat. Like, doctors are not going to put their license at risk by performing surgeries on you because you are deemed as unfit. Who is tokenizing fat people? Never heard of a fat person being tokenized. If so many people are leaving the movement with the same story, maybe something is actually happening that is bad in these spaces. This is no true Scottman's fallacy on top of that, lol. I don't know what that means. And I'm not going to Google it because my fucking computer is going to explode. Welcome to the internet. Your words matter and you hurt her with your snark. What was your hopeful outcome of this snark? ? Snark is just a cute way to say you shit talked. Yeah, literally. That was not fucking snark. This is fucking snark. So many thoughts about this. I really felt what you said about extraction from the scene. People love extracting emotional labor from us fat folks. Please. People just abuse fat people and they only just want to bitch to them about their feelings and they never want to listen to what fat people have to say. Go fucking cry me a river. Oh, me telling my story is emotional labor on fat people. You have so many issues that I can't even begin to list them. But it's so interesting that it seems like literally since this happened to them, this is literally a year ago, they haven't been that active. Let's see. So they've literally posted 21 videos in the last year. Let's see what these other ones are.
Hey, hi, hello. I haven't done one of these in a while, but I went to my first show in Seattle. I am really bad at Seattle.
So that was a concert video. Then this is a tattoo video.
I watched that very long video from Sim Kern, and I don't know what I was expecting after the incident with Doris Dar Tucker, but it is absolutely giving Mosquito Dorito energy. Universal disclaimer that none of these conversations are ever.
Yeah, this is about politics.
You know you have a bonkers dating history when your stepdad tells you that he has been manifesting a healthy
gay stuff.
Hi, so I wanted to do my part for underconsumption core and introduce you to my 3 now.
Okay, underconsumption
I know
core.
3 water bottles. How's that underconsumption?
Where's the fat acceptance? Thirst trap. Okay.
I cannot even speak the name of the vampire that organized that monster.
Talking about their trauma. Doing some stuff in Seattle, I assume.
She is a dedicated and virulent racist.
Alright. Politics, racism, Islamophobia. So this is their birthday. September 30th. Ooh, that does make them a Libra. That's why they're so motivated by justice. The freaking scales. Libra. Libra head ass. Just kidding. Some of my good friends are Libras. 6 months since April. I'm doing better now. In April, my dog died. I moved across the states, planning an insanely stressful work event and interviewing for a new job. I guess things are getting a bit better. I'm sorry your dog died, but... Oh! The devil.
I still don't know if I'm actually going to go out for Halloween tonight, but just in case, I crocheted these little vintage style devil horns.
I do not claim this energy. I'm cleansing the energy from this devil fat acceptance advocate. They're in Las Vegas for work.
As someone who works in the refugee asylum space, I
told you they were in politics.
Right now, I've mentioned on here before that the last few people I dated were very anti-Valentine's Day for various reasons.
Dating, gay stuff.
5 years ago, I made a TikTok talking about how
Okay, more politics.
Program is everyone's daily grind.
Politics.
Silence is my trade. Shut up. Lockjaw.
It's giving flop.
Yo, did someone say a bench by the water? Oh, okay.
And this was posted in June.
Oh, okay.
Of some water in Seattle. Boring. Oh, sorry, I just realized I was in the corner. So I don't know, where do we go from there? I don't think there's much to say. I've heard someone say this on social media, but it's like, the only person that can cancel you is yourself. You can't feed into the hate. If people hate you, or if people are giving you a lot of criticism, you can't give up or throw up that white flag. You just got to keep doing the things that you love and the things that you want, because the true supporters you have will always be there. And I just want to say I'm super grateful for everyone that I found in the anti-fat acceptance community since this has happened. I am super grateful for you guys on my YouTube channel. I just hit 10K. That's fucking crazy to say because I just started this channel in late November. And I promised you guys a giveaway, so I will leave a Google form down below. There's just so many different like weird ass scams and people pretending to be creators that do giveaways. So I'm just going to do a form there. So fill out that form and make sure you leave a comment with a ghost emoji and a gravestone emoji if you want to be entered in that giveaway. But make sure you also fill out that form so I can figure out how I want to contact you guys. For the giveaway, I will do 3 giveaway winners and they will all win $50 each. I will send that via PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, whatever works best for you guys, and I will pull those names randomly. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your opinions down below in the comment section. I would love to read everything that you guys have to say. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video, and if you enjoy me, consider subscribing. I would love to see you back again. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Peace.